Okay, welcome to the 2018 International Building Show, Kitchen and Bath Show. This year, pretty exciting, 500,000 square feet of floor space. It's going to take me all of 3 days to get through all of this. And the main question I'm going to ask the vendors is, how has technology innovated your product in a way that can excite and inspire my clients to think about your product for their remodeling and design needs? So that's going to be the question. I'm going to focus obviously on everything around the home, kitchens, baths, laundry rooms, general design principles. I'll break it all up into segments and post it probably 3-4 different type of videos. And so it should say listed right here next. This video is on kitchens. This video is on bathrooms. Now, I'm an amateur videographer, so don't be expecting miracles, but I'm hoping you find it enlightening as to something you might think about in your future remodel needs. So, let's go see the show. Okay, just finishing day 2 of the convention, and what's become apparent is with the issue of technology integration, there's basically 2 main players. There's Amazon and there's Google. And I'm going to show you the first video here. It's set out on the email link. Is going to deal with Google integration to the home and how that's going to affect. I think they're going to be the primary player moving forward for sure. So some interesting videos from Google. That is going to be my first email blast. Okay, so here I am with Matt. Matt is part of the Google Home world, and we've been talking a lot about Alexa controlling a lot of stuff, but as he articulates Google's vision for the future, I think Google is going to be is obviously worth a listen to. So we got some products here. So run through each of these products. So first of all, talk about this bad boy.
Gotcha. So I'm happy to because I love the product.
And hold it up so we can kind of see it as I talk.
Gotcha. So Nest, Google company, makes several different cameras now that are cameras for the home. And what's unique about them is all they have is one wire, which is for power, and then they'll record everything to the cloud. So we don't need to buy a DVR, we don't need to buy a bunch of recording equipment, and show you on my phone, as long as you have Wi-Fi and a smartphone, you're able to access those cameras from any place you happen to be. So in my case right now, I am in Orlando and I'm looking at a live feed from Colorado where my home cameras are on and able to show me in 1080 clarity. So I'm getting an HD image what's happening in the home. So in addition to the other things like my thermostats and my smoke detectors, I can see my cameras right here. And then these cameras are able to send you different forms of alerts. So whether you'd like to have an alert for motion, you can have alert for a person, or this is our Nest Cam IQ, it actually has facial recognition software in it. So it's able to send you an alert by name, and it's able to say, Mark is in your front porch. Or conversely, if it's somebody it doesn't recognize, it may tell you there's a stranger on your front porch.
And that alerts you. So like you have that set up in your home,
Yep.
like let's say a mom with a baby, wanted as like a baby monitor type of thing. That's the ideal product, really.
I wish I would have had one of these instead of my baby monitor years
Right.
ago. It's a heck of a lot better product.
Or you put it in your office because you don't want people going to your, or whatever, you know?
So, you know, it's great. For residents, you typically want to know what's happening when you're not there. So maybe you go to work during the day, it's watching over things for you and it'll send you an alert. Conversely, though, in a business, when you leave at the end of the day, it's going to be able to send you an alert if there's somebody inside your business or on your property that's not supposed to be there.
Man, it has a whole new connotation to nanny cam.
It's a really sleek product. Which
Okay, so that is a part of the Nest world.
Correct.
Okay, and that Nest obviously has its typical integration of controlling your smoke alarms and your HVAC.
That's correct.
Okay, so talk to me about this.
So this is a Google Home. It's a voice assistant and speaker. What it's going to allow you to do, first of all, is give you voice access to Google. So you can search anything you would normally search on your laptop or search on your phone.
So this is their version of Alexa.
Yeah, your words, not mine.
Right.
But I think that's pretty accurate.
Right. So, okay.
So you're able to say, hey Google, or okay Google, and then you can ask a question. Okay Google, what time is the 49ers game on Sunday? It'll be able to respond and tell you when that is. Google's very good at search, and Google's very good at voice. So I think you'll get a very good search experience here. Although if you choose to stream music, as I do, this little guy has actually got some pretty good speakers built into it.
And you said it's not as good as Sonos, but it's pretty close, especially in the larger version.
Correct. So it's Sonos, of course, is a whole house entertainment system that does a very good job with music. But this would be a great, in my case, I've been able to say, hey Google, play Christmas music, and I'm getting decent Christmas music coming out of this in the living room.
Right. Okay, so this is, and as we talked about, that this is their, Alexa has a lead in the market because they started years ago, and they have direct integration with manufacturers. Google is going to take the approach of having this in your home and have connectivity through an app on your phone that connects the system with whatever service you want with the other products.
And that's where things really get fun. And being here at the Builder Show in particular kind of exposes this is a voice gateway now to be able to talk with your lights, to be able to talk with your irrigation system, to be able to talk to your thermostat, all these other systems in your home. For example, I can now say, hey Google, run my backyard sprinklers for 20 minutes. And it'll do it. And I don't have to go out in the garage and deal with the green dial on the box of death. You know, I'm able to just tell it, hey, I want you to do this for me.
So the important part of that is that if a sprinkler manufacturer wants to get connectivity, all they really need is the app to tie the two together, as opposed to trying to deal with the back end like Alexa's trying to do with all the connectivity in the back end of the project.
We're a fairly open platform. We've invited manufacturers of virtually everything to come make their products work with our products.
Wow.
So we want to give you that voice experience without a lot of limitations.
So if I was a betting man, I'd put my mind behind Google, my money behind Google before I would Amazon.
I think Google's pretty good at some of this stuff.
Yeah, gee. Not quite a stretch there, is it? Okay, what's this last product?
And this guy is just the Google Home Mini. So it may be that you'd like to have multiple units around the home, but you're less concerned with the music. This would give you a very economical way to give you that same voice access around the home. So maybe 2 or 3 of these go into living rooms or go into areas that you spend less time. You're still able to do search. You're still able to get information just by saying, hey Google, tell me about my day, and you'll get a weather report, and it'll update you on your schedule.
Right. And so then the other product they have, and I'll say, talk to me about the doorbell. Oops, the guy's standing right here. So that's the
new Nest Hello video doorbell. So it's going to attach where you would normally put a doorbell. It'll run on those existing doorbell wires. But now you're getting a very high quality camera that was specifically designed for the doorbell application. And that means changing the view to where it shoots a little more vertically. We want to see the pavement because that's where UPS leaves the packages, right?
Right.
So the camera is a Nest Cam, so you can expect that same 1080 kind of quality, but designed to be in a doorbell so that it's viewing the world in a way that's really beneficial to the homeowner.
So someone rings the doorbell, you can your phone is alerted, and then
it'll chime inside, but it'll also get a message on your phone. So give you an example. Recently, I got a ring on my phone when I wasn't home, and it was the FedEx guy delivering wine, which is very important in our house. I wasn't home to sign for it, but I could push one button and say, I'm going to be back in about 10 minutes. The driver said, you know what, I'll make a couple of drops and come back. So I was able to come back and sign for my wine that day, and we all lived happily ever after.
There you go.
Or it could just be that there is a questionable looking person on your front porch ringing the doorbell. You can answer from 1,000 miles away as if you were inside and let them know now's not a good time.
Right.
Yeah, it is. It's the Nest Secure alarm system. We have this idea that a lot of people out there have alarm systems that they hate, and consequently they don't use them because the user experience isn't very good or the hardware is not very good. So our design intent was to build one that would actually be used by people because it'd be easy to use. So what you're seeing right here is actually the entire Nest Secure starter kit. And this is the brains of the whole unit. It's designed to be on a table or on a shelf or somewhere out in the space. And this is going to work in conjunction with these detect sensors that can go on doors or go on windows, so that if these ever open, they'll let us know a door is open.
How easy are those to install?
If you can peel the adhesive strip off the back of them and stick them on, they're real hard to take off. Let's get it right the first time. It's like crazy glue.
All right.
There also has a couple of screw holes if you choose to put them in with screws. But what it's going to do now is, if those doors or windows are open and the system is armed, you'll receive a message on your phone letting you know that. So it's kind of as is a self-monitor system. I can arm it with my little keychain key fob, which means I walk out the door and swipe it. It will arm the system. And when I come home, I can simply swipe it to disarm the system.
Just a fob on your key.
That, or you can enter a code, or you can use your phone. So you have several different options based on your lifestyle for arming and disarming the system.
That's tremendous flexibility.
We want it to be easy for you. We had people tell us they felt like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible when they were trying to disarm their security system.
Right.
Okay? That's not a good product if you feel that way, right?
Okay.
So this is the Google Chromecast, and I'm actually showing you the Chromecast Ultra, but we have a couple of different models, and what it allows you to do is basically, by plugging this into the HDMI port of a television, we can kind of turn a not smart TV into a smart TV. And what I mean by that is this little gadget will allow me to stream and cast directly from my computer, my tablet, my phone or something. And so if I wanted to show vacation photos from my phone, with one button I could have them up on my screen of my TV. Or if I were watching Netflix on my phone, with one button I can now start casting Netflix to that television.
Or if you have a TV that's has no connectivity, it's instantly connected.
Absolutely, and it's possible to do that right through Google Home. If you'd like to, we can walk over and I'll show you
Please,
what I mean.
yes.
What you're seeing here is a normal television that's got a Chromecast plugged into it, and then this is the same Google Home we looked at previously. So if I was to say, hey Google, show me a White Stripes video.
Alright, playing White Stripes from YouTube.
This particular one is connected to YouTube, so it will pop right up and begin streaming a video for me if that's what I chose. I could have done somebody said cat videos before me, right? I can put any number of things on here. And hey Google, pause. You're able to pause, you're able to play, you're able to do all the things you would normally do from a laptop just by telling Google what you want to do. And that little $35 Chromecast widget was enough to allow me to make that connection.
So that $35 widget, your Google Home control, and your TV, that's all set up.
Correct, that's all it takes.
Wow. Well, Matt, that was very informative. Thank you very much.
My pleasure, thank you.